You are now tuned into Flippin The Birds, a Philly Sports Network podcast.
What's going on, Eagles fans? Welcome one, welcome all to a very unique episode of Flippin The Birds. I think it took a lot for me and Chris to really jump on videos to even talk about this. So this week we're not going to actually give you our weekly Eagles talk. With everything going on with the current events of the country, we feel that it's best that we let the world breathe right now.
Right, it's instead of trying to pretend that who we think is going to win the NFC East next year is going to be any kind of distraction to what's going on right now. There are certain times in the world where, when COVID started going on, everybody's like, we need distraction, we need sports, we need distraction. And when the draft came out, it's a much needed distraction. There's really no distraction to what's going on right now. People are dying. People have died. People are evil people are out there doing evil things. So it would really be irresponsible of us to try and make light of what's going on in the world and just pretend that everything's okay and give our take on who we think is going to catch the most touchdowns next year. It's really, we can stay away from a week of podcasting. For those of you that don't know, Bryan and I are both Puerto Rican. So we are both people of color. I've said this to, people in the past, we won't ever experience the type of shit that Black people experience. We have our own experiences, plenty of experiences, but we're fortunate enough that we won't, and I hope that we never will, get turned away from a job because we're Black, get turned away. And, for the most part, we both have names that don't scream out Spanish, Hispanic, because there are people that lose out on jobs despite having great resumes. Then when they see their resume, their name, they see Jose, Pedro on a resume, and they just throw it to the side because they know what they're getting. So we are fortunate like that, but it doesn't take away from the fact of who we are. And with us being people of color, we needed to just take this opportunity just to, show our support to everyone out there protesting and trying to make change. We are trying to set something up where we can help the multitude of charities that are out there to help. The Minnesota Freedom Fund. There's the Philly Bill Fund. There's Philabundance that we are still supporting, trying to get food to needy families in Philadelphia. We are trying to set something up where we can make a large donation to these charities. And until that's finalized, until we have that set up, we're not going to do something half-assed and just say, okay, let's go. We want to make sure this is done right. So we just wanted to, and if you're watching this on Twitter, you may have never watched us before, but this is who we are. We bicker back and forth on for now, this is number 40th week. Our 40th quote unquote podcast is unfortunately this. For the past 39 weeks, you can go back in our episode to see who we are. But before that, we were people. We were humans, and we need to see what experience and recognize what's going on. So, and this is our way of recognizing.
Yeah, it's been a lot to really digest for the past couple of days. I grew up in a neighborhood where it was predominantly Black and Spanish. Like, just to say it outright, I've never growing up, I never encountered the racism that I've encountered as a 31-year-old male living in a predominantly white town. And I've seen the struggles that my friends had to go through for being Black. I've seen the things that they've had to witness, the pain they've had to endure, and it's gut-wrenching. It's very gut-wrenching. And it's hard for me to really to depict what I want to say, because for the whole weekend, me and my wife have been going back and forth. My wife is she's Puerto Rican as well, but her skin color is white, and it's something that stuck with me that me and Chris have talked about in the past, where Chris has actually been very grateful that his daughter's skin color is white, because it's ironically like it's safe. My daughter, her skin color is white, but she's Puerto Rican, but you couldn't tell that. And to know that we're still in an age where this is still a thing. Like there's still people hating each other for the color of the skin, where I'm a firm believer in God, and we were in the Bible, it says we were created in his image. Like we're all the same. We all bleed the same. My intestines, they're probably a little bit more like rotten, but it's the same as Chris's. It's the same color.
My intestines are all sorts of fucked up.
But like our hearts beat the same. We bleed the same. Like there's nothing different. There's really nothing different. And to know that this is still going on this day and age, it took, like I said in the beginning, it took a lot for me and Chris to really jump on the podcast and even think about this. We were actually just gonna keep it very simple, but to have a platform that like we have right now, where we can actually voice our opinion and our support for what's going on, to everybody out there, people of color, even to white people who are supporting the people of color, like, we stand with you guys, point blank. No matter what, we stand with you guys.
And fortunately, I don't see it as much nowadays. I do live in a predominantly white town and neighborhood, but they're all some of the nicest people out there. I think it was yesterday. I went for an oil change to my usual place, and 2 weeks ago I brought my wife's car there, and I called beforehand. What are the requirements to come in? Do I need to wear gloves or anything? And they said, no, you're just required to wear a mask per state guidelines. And I said, okay. So I go drop the car off, and I'm waiting outside with my mask on. Everybody inside had their mask on, even the lady at the front desk. And I've been there plenty of times. I've lived up here almost 3 years. And then I take my card yesterday, and I bring my mask. And I walk in, and there's a guy waiting in the waiting room, no mask. And then there's the lady at the front desk, no mask, and she gives me a weird look, and I gotta bring my car for oil change. I said, have you ever been here before? What's your number? And I'm like, so I give my number, and what's your name? All my stuff is still the same, And I didn't, I wasn't really looking into things. And she just like put her hand out and said keys. I'm like, here you go. And I wait outside, and I'm waiting, and I dropped it off at 2:15. And I'm waiting, and then later on, like maybe 20 minutes later, guy comes out to show me my oil filter and say, we recommend you replacing this. I'm like, oh yeah, all right, replace it. Then goes by, and usually wait 20, maybe 25 minutes at most for my car, because it's just an oil change. So the guy that was inside the waiting room leaves, so I go in to wait because I didn't want to wait with two people in the waiting room, and it was hot as ever outside. So I went inside, and when I walked in, I could see the lady, kind of give me a side eye, like, I'm like, what's going on? So I'm waiting. And 3 o'clock rolls around. I'm like, why is it taking 45 minutes for my car to get an oil change? And when it's the only car in the whole garage. And then this other guy walks in, no mask whatsoever, drops off his car. 15 minutes later, he gets his car back. And it's the same thing that my car, oil change and oil filter, that's it. A white guy. He started talking to me out of nowhere, and a really nice guy. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, what's going on here? Why am I waiting so long for my car when I'm getting the same exact thing as this guy? Again, it could be completely overblown, but it's like, I tell my wife, I don't usually get uncomfortable other things. I'm one to really just push things off and say, it might be something else. But when I get uncomfortable, it's usually for a reason. Because towards the end, the lady didn't even look me in the eye. and she said, hey, it's $48. Pay for it. She hands me my keys. Doesn't say anything. I'm like, have a nice day. And she's like, yep, you too. I'm like, oh, okay, that was different today. And that was like really the first time I've experienced something like that up here. Most of my experiences were when I was in high school. I was born and raised in the Bronx 13 years. And in the Bronx, my block had no white people. My school was a Catholic school in the Bronx. We had one white boy in our grade, and we called him White Mike. Because there were so many Mikes in the whole grade, so we had to distinguish.
It was a common thing back in high school.
Was 7th grade. That was in 2000.
Yeah.
And the kid was a clown. But so I moved up to Nanuet, New York, in Rockland County, New York, and I was one of maybe 5 Hispanics, full Hispanics. I'm not talking about the guys that were half Puerto Rican, half Irish, half Italian. I was one of maybe 5 Hispanics, and that would include Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, Dominicans. And there were maybe 3 black kids. And my class was very small. It was a class of like 130 people. Mm-hmm. But I remember growing up through high school, I was called Mexican. I was told to go mow lawns. I was told I had my chain ripped off my neck, and while the guy he ripped it off my neck, he said, Mexicans don't deserve this. I'm like, it got better through high school, but then in college, I got into an argument with some guy down the hall from me, and he said that he was going to come after me and knock the spick out of me. Now, his roommate was Cuban, so his roommate didn't really like that either. So later on, when I went to his house to drink, I mean, I didn't drink as a freshman in college. He said that you're safe here. No one, he's not even going to touch you. That kid later on got expelled. And then the next year I was contacted seeing if I want to press charges, hate. I'm like, no, just, he's expelled. His done is done, no. But since then it's really, I've been lucky enough to be in situations where I haven't really seen it. I'm very lucky. I'm lucky that, I'm married to a white girl. I'm lucky that she's accepting of people of my color. We wouldn't be together if she wasn't, obviously. So, I'm not forcing her to be with a Puerto Rican. She loves me because Puerto Ricans are the funniest people in the world.
That's actually a known fact.
It is a known fact. And now we have a daughter. She's biracial. Right now her skin is very fair. We're hoping she tans like me. Because if she tans like my wife, she's gonna be red.
I think it's gonna happen like that because Riley actually tans like me.
If she tans like my wife, she's gonna be red.
Yeah, so my wife gets.
It's not gonna be good. And it's because this is a white and brown black issue. We don't want no reds in here. But but she will be raised knowing who she is. She'll know that there's one side of her that is Puerto Rican and Hispanic, and Hispanics aren't really looked at the best way. And she'll know side that it's white, and that that coming with that heritage comes with some privileges, but those privileges don't mean you have to be an asshole about it. Mm-hmm. But it's a sad world, and like we said in the beginning, it's not something we wanted to just forget and think about, quote unquote sports today. There's plenty of weeks for that. We still got, who knows if baseball's going to come back. The NFL's still in virtual training and all that. So again, last week, we talked about, all that stuff last week and the week before and the week before that. At this point, we're just going to be recycling things. And we didn't want to do that. We want to stay fresh for you guys, and we don't want to, sound redundant. So we wanted to be different today and show our support to everyone out there. And stay tuned, because we are going to be doing everything. Us, and especially Liam. Yeah. If you don't know us, Liam, and he's going to do whatever he can to help out the situation. I know he already did on Facebook today. On Monday, he put up a donation thing on Facebook. for the Minnesota Freedom Fund. And then last time I checked, he had over $150 raised in American dollars for the Minnesota Freedom Fund. So he's trying to do whatever he can on there, and we will do whatever we can also.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Guys, if you're a fan of us, just know you're family to us. Just know that you're part of our community. Look around at those that are near you, your neighbors, the people that live in your community. This is bigger than just, the color of your skin. This is about humanity. This is about life. This is about other people taking other people's lives like it's a right, and it's not. It really isn't. I mean, just look deeper into into your heart, and I can't really
Yeah, and what I said to end, I spoke with Nick Faria about this yesterday. He asked me what do I say to people that, where should we begin to change things? And what I said is, find someone who does not like you because of the color of your skin.
Mm-hmm.
Find someone and ask them why. Just talk. Say, why don't you like me? If they don't like you because you're an asshole and all that, then that's a different story.
Yeah, that's
but if they just say it's because you're a different color than me, say, well, do you even know me? Because if they just don't like you because of the color of your skin, they were raised the completely wrong way. First of all, second of all, they're just completely ignorant. Because I have seen people of all different colors like the same things.
Mm-hmm.
You when Comic-Con is on, you see different people of all different sizes and shapes and colors there, going down to trying their best to get a autograph from Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter who comes down there. So you just got to talk and see, what's your issue with me besides my color. And if they don't have an answer to them, well, let's talk and get to know each other. And that's really, I think, it was the beginning, because no change happens without conversation.
Absolutely. And this starts in your home. And look, these are the same people that you tailgate with on Sundays at the link. The same people that cheer on Carson Wentz. They bleed just like you.
I will say that Eagles Twitter has exposed a lot of people that do go to those tailgates and do that. It's just be careful with who you converse with and associate yourself with, because rooting for the same football team does not mean you guys root for the same side.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad.
Yeah. We just wanted to come on today, have a very, very brief discussion, because it's been on our hearts for the past couple of days. We hope that you guys, are safe going forward. We hope you guys are, sticking together going forward. Now, we hope you guys stick with us, even though we're having this conversation, because, at the end of the day, this conversation needed to happen. It's not something that we could have really avoided. So, just stay safe in these times.
Right. We'll be back next week with the same old Eagles arguments, but this week, number 40. We gotta keep it serious today. So, thank you all for listening, and of course, go Birds.
Yes, sir.